All right, so
God.
you wanted to ask them a
Okay.
fun question.
I have a fun question. Whatever you're comfortable with sharing. I would love to know from both of you, what is your best and worst cosplay experience?
You have to go first. You know. You already told it.
Maybe start with worst and then end with best, so we
yes.
can like end on a
Yeah.
good note.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd love to know. I would love to know.
Okay, so I told these guys before we started,
Yeah.
but the absolute worst cosplay experience I ever had, just because my main cosplay is Anakin. I was at Star Wars Celebration in Anaheim, and a dad comes up to me with his little girl. She must be like 7 years old, like first grade. We're talking,
Okay.
like really young. And he's like, "Oh my God, I've been looking for an Anakin. Can you pretend to kill my daughter?"
Jesus.
I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, it's
my
gonna be
God.
hilarious. It's just like Order 66. You already have the lightsaber. I have the daughter. It's
I
perfect."
have the daughter.
He's like, "Just
got the
pretend that
daughter.
you're gonna pull back, like you're about to take a swing."
Bro.
And then I look at this dad, like, dude, you should not be a parent,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
No,
No,
And then-
that's
Awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
And just your daughter's there sobbing, and you're
Yeah.
like, "It's be so funny."
And then I look down at the little girl, and the second we lock eyes, she starts bawling her eyes out because she thinks I'm gonna hurt her, and
guys gonna
somehow
kill
her
me.
dad is just sacrificing her away.
Oh my
She's like, Dad, what do you mean?
And so I kind of turn to this dad. I'm like, "Dude, your daughter's like not into this."
Yeah.
He's like, "No, it's gonna make it that much better. She's actually scared now. It's perfect." I was like, "Dude, no." No.
Yeah.
And then he kept following me. He's like, "I really think you don't understand. This thing's gonna go viral." Really? I'm like, "No, dude.
I
we're-
don't want to be associated with that.
We're gonna
sir.
we're scarring your daughter. She's never gonna want to watch Star Wars a day in her life. We're doing
Yeah.
the opposite of what we're supposed to be doing here."
Yeah, exactly.
And then it just kind of got to the point where I was like, "Dude, find another Anakin and fuck off."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
Oh my
This is a
God.
terrible idea.
No,
Yeah.
that is crazy.
Terrible. So
That's
that's definitely
crazy.
the worst.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's heartbreaking. I'm so glad that they didn't get that on video.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's also.
I think I did, but I deleted it immediately.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
like,
it was
"Oh."
really sad. It was bad.
Yeah.
She was
Of
like a
course.
little girl, like really small.
No.
Yeah.
Not good.
That's
No bueno.
like, I don't want to watch the movie where they kill children. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's exactly what I'd be
There's a
thinking.
reason we cut away at that part. You know?
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You're
Oh
not
my
supposed to
God.
see it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's your daughter, dude.
And then
Wild.
I'll just finish off, but I think my best cosplay moment was we had Mark Hamill comment on our TikTok one time,
Oh my God.
and it was just
cool.
like a Luke Skywalker transition video.
Okay.
And he
That's
writes,
cool.
"You make a very good Luke alike."
Oh my God.
And then he
I
signed it.
love
I like
that.
This is the best part, but he signs it MAR and then the camel emoji for
Mark
Mark
Hamill.
What a
Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
Comedian.
Yes, the most on brand, still making puns even through the internet. Like,
Yeah.
I love him.
love that. That's
I
so
love him.
cool.
so that
That's
was
so
just cool because it was like for me, I was like, so Luke's my favorite character.
That's pretty fulfilling.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
Right?
to get Luke Skywalker to comment on your Luke
Yeah.
cosplay.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
pretty
cool.
awesome.
Luke's just not only my favorite Star Wars character, but I think just my favorite character in any media
Again,
of all
dude.
time.
Again.
So it's just
Aw,
like,
these two.
so it's just for me, like that was just like the ceiling.
Yeah.
I mean,
no,
besides like
sure.
maybe meeting him in person.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
No, yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I have met him once, but it was like I was a freshman in high school, and it was during my very awkward fucking acne gross. No, it was 8th grade. That's what it was. Yeah, and he was super nice. I met him at Comic-Con, so it was really quick. It was like at a signing, and it was weird because the line wasn't long. This was before the sequels, right? So it was
It's like 2000.
2010 probably
10.
2010 or
Yeah.
2009.
Uh-huh.
The nicest person, and he was like at a small like table, like a small booth, and I didn't get to talk again. I didn't get to talk to him a lot because like it was just like, okay, sign your stuff and whatever. But my dad was with me, and he's like very persistent. So he's like, we're gonna talk to you.
Yeah. I don't care that there's a line. You're Mark Hamill.
So I got to, I was like in 8th grade, so I was like, oh, I watched all the movies. I love you. I love you. Like, but I'd like to meet him now that I can,
hold a conversation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So hopefully soon. I'd also like to, give him like here I made this Luke pin or something.
Can you
Oh,
imagine?
you have to.
I have to.
Definitely.
I'd love to.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, you got to tell us your best and worst.
Okay, we'll start with the worst again.
Okay.
So it's technically it's the first time I ever wore a costume out somewhere that wasn't like Halloween.
Okay.
And so I'm like 15.
Okay.
And I have my first cosplay / costume I made part of it, and my grandma made the other part. So
Okay.
I wanted to be Ariel. I wanted to be Ariel from The Little Mermaid. That was my first costume I ever made for myself.
Yeah.
And I was so proud of it. It looked pretty good, and
Yeah.
that was the problem. So it was like the full thing. It didn't have like the mesh. It was literally just like the bra top and like a
Bikini.
walking tail,
Okay.
red wig. It looked pretty legit, but I'm like
Yeah.
15. But
Yeah.
I look older because I have
Yeah.
all my makeup on, and like I'm like wearing like the shell bra, so like
Yeah.
I just look a little older.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's literally Halloween,
Okay.
and we go to downtown Disney because we're like, hell yeah, let's
Yeah.
go to downtown Disney. It's gonna be fun. I'm with like my best friend. She's dressed as Giselle in this giant her big wedding dress.
Oh my god.
So
I love
she's
That's
that.
walking
cool.
around
Yeah.
giant. So sorry. And then so we're walking through downtown Disney, and the second I step into downtown Disney, all the children and their parents are like, "That's Ariel. We're gonna. Can I get a picture with you? Oh my gosh, Ariel, please, can I get your
Oh my
autograph?
gosh.
Oh my gosh!" And I'm like, I'm 15.
You're like, I'm glad my cosplay looks that good.
But see,
like,
But that's the thing. I'm
Yeah.
so young that I
Yeah.
don't know the Disney rules yet, and like
Okay.
I'm 15.
Yeah.
And technically, I'm allowed to like. I think it was still the point where like you
You can
like,
dress up.
You could dress
Yeah.
up, and it was Halloween in downtown
Yeah.
Disney. I wasn't.
Yeah,
in
Yeah,
you weren't in the
yeah.
parks.
But
you weren't
I'm-
intentionally like
Yes.
trying to.
So I'm like, oh, of course. Like I just start acting along. I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
Like I'm like improv. I did princess parties at the time, so I was
Okay.
just like
Oh,
switching
cool.
a gear.
Yeah.
And so like yeah, of course I'm not gonna like say no and
Yeah.
like do all the stuff. I get like halfway down. Disney police. I literally get swarmed by all the men in white, and I'm like, and I was like. It's like my 14-year-old. I'm like, I think I was maybe actually 14 at that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So like, it was just the cap for
Yeah.
costumes. But I look older again.
Yeah.
So like, they come up to me and they pull me aside. And they're like, basically giving me the reprimand of like, you can't do that. You are not Disney Parks property. You cannot impersonate an employee.
Oh,
like
my God.
impersonating a police officer.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just like,
You cannot impersonate a mermaid.
and I'm just like, I will leave right now. And my mom is like always been like, she doesn't take shit, and so like after that she was like, Chanel, we're not leaving.
Oh
like
my
you have
God.
done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then I was just so nervous the entire
Oh,
rest of the
yeah.
time because I was like looking over my shoulder for like
Like,
secret
Waiting for
Disney
the
undercover
mouse to
police.
like drop on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like people, the saddest part was people kept trying to come up to me
Yeah.
and
Oh
take
my
those
God.
You're like
Yeah,
trying
of
to keep
course,
it
get
of
low
those
key, but like
and get those pictures. And like there was
Yeah.
this one family, like I was in the Disney store because they were like, "You're fine, just don't take pictures and crap.
Okay.
You can't take pictures with anyone."
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, "Okay."
Well,
I was like, whatever. But so I go in the Disney store and this one mom, and she doesn't speak English.
okay.
So like that was the hard part. So
Yeah.
she consistently was like, my kids, they want a picture with you, Ariel.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm so sorry, like I can't. And she's like, we
Yeah.
are from Taiwan, like.
Oh no!
Like,
They're like, we
oh my
came all this
God.
way.
And but
like,
she
we just
can't
want-
understand.
Oh.
She only
We came all this way.
she only
Just to
has-
meet Ariel.
she only knows the like key words though that she needs
Yeah.
to get across.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
being like, no, and she's just not
like,
she's like
Disney
shoving her kids in
property
front of me.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and eventually I was just like, really quick, because they were not gonna leave me alone.
Yeah.
And so I did that and I ran and I was like, I want to go home. So that
Oh
was
my
probably my
gosh.
worst.
Oh my god.
Disney ruining dreams.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So
You know what you
they
do?
came out of nowhere.
Should go and like the Disney cop uniform, like
Oh,
the,
goodness.
with the
Stop.
Mickey badge.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Brilliant.
We caused mayhem.
Yep.
They came out of nowhere too. They
Oh my
they
God.
appeared through the walls. Like
Yeah.
I was like, suddenly they were
They were
there.
waiting for someone to be in
They
cosplay.
You just reminded me. I saw somebody die at Disney one time.
What?
Yes. It was
Really?
during
Oh my
COVID
God.
when only downtown Disney was open. I was
Okay.
going with my buddy. We were walking past the very last building before you get to the parks. It's this little
Jesus,
like
I remember
bakery, this
this.
little French bakery.
Okay.
Yeah.
You look over and there's this dude on his back on the sidewalk getting chest compressions, and people are like, "Oh my god, it's not working. He's not coming back."
Oh my
It's not-"
god.
And then I'm not even kidding you. In like within seconds, there is 300 Disney employees that have now formed a human barricade around this bakery
my
to the point that they
God.
are shoulder to shoulder. There's literally a
Like it
hundred.
never happened.
I
And
feel like this
It
is a human
never
shield.
happened.
Oh
we
my
hear
God.
fire trucks
That's
coming,
crazy.
and whoever this guest must have been with is
Yeah.
like screaming, "It's not working! It's not working!"
Oh my god.
And so in that moment, me and my friend were like, "We should just go. Like, I do want to stay to see what happens, but also, like, I don't want to see this
Yeah.
person
yeah.
die. I
Yeah.
guess."
Yeah.
But it was just this crazy experience because they come out of nowhere.
They
Yeah,
just
they
That's
just like
crazy.
they have secret
yeah,
doors
They have
everywhere.
drop
tunnels,
down
bro.
from the trees.
the mouse is like order 66.
They airdrop.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy.
Jesus.
Well, that's sad.
No, that's crazy. Didn't someone just also in the parking lot?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That's
too.
another topic.
That's another topic. But
Jesus.
that's crazy to watch happen
Yeah.
at
That was
Disneyland.
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least never mind.
Okay, best,
Never mind.
Best cosplay experience.
God, I honestly was thinking about this, and there's just like, I don't know. I genuinely have so much fun every time I go to a con, so I feel like I'm just like grasping to like think of something. I mean, generally, Star Wars Celebration in Anaheim was just overall the best experience
Okay.
ever.
Like the weekend was.
Yeah.
Okay.
But something that stood out to me, I'll just say this because it came straight to my mind and it was recent,
Mm-hmm.
but we recently did an event for the boys.
Yeah. that was also
Which was so much more fun than we expected it to be.
Yeah.
I made the costumes in like a night.
Oh my
I
god.
stayed up till like 4 a.m. embellishing
looked
these
so
costumes
good.
and like
Chanel's a wizard.
That's impressive.
They did
it
look
was
really good.
cuckoo crazy. But then we went
Should
and like
bring 'em
Yeah.
up.
immediately, yeah, it's right there. You should do that picture.
This
That's a video, but if you want to do a picture, it's there.
Yeah.
And like
That's so cool.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
so and like we got there and
I
immediately
love it.
met these two creators, Caitlin Christine and Rebecca Seals.
Oh my god.
And
They completed our
They
7
completed
squad,
us.
which was
I love
fun.
it. I
and
love
we went
Oh my
and we
God.
met there's Homelander right behind Richie, and then
Yeah.
the
That's
Deep
so cool.
is
Oh
right
my
there.
God.
That's awesome.
And it was just like the combination of getting to like literally pulling these costumes together so quickly, getting there,
Yeah.
and then like immediately meeting these two, and like we just started goofing around
Yeah.
immediately.
That's awesome.
And
To
that was
bounce
awesome.
off that real quick,
Yeah,
just because
you-
you're right, this actually might be the most like fun cosplay experience
Yeah.
that we've had.
Yeah.
They had roughly, let's say, 30 hired actors to pretend that they were staging a riot against Vought Industries.
What?
So I would
Which
say
is
there's
the
about
company.
10 paid
Yeah.
actors that were rioters, 10 that were Vought security, and then like a random 10 of like
Yo.
miscellaneous camera reporters, building
It was so
constructors,
cool.
Oh my
executives,
God.
whatever.
They were
Yeah.
improvising with us
So
as the characters.
That's
thing is-
so
That's
cool.
awesome.
They were treating us as if we were the actual Homelander and
Oh my
Starlight,
God.
and there's 30 hired actors all
Yeah.
in character. So it was like
No,
this
that's
massive
so
day-long
Yeah.
improv session.
That's so
That's
cool.
so
Especially with
cool.
you guys like being actors. Like
Oh, absolutely.
So much
That's
fun.
so
Oh,
cool.
we jumped right into it.
jumped
Oh,
right
it
in.
was-
we're doing this? Okay.
We were doing like the interview with the reporter girl, and he's like, "Homelight, hashtag Homelight," and I'm just like, "Yeah, I really love it.
Oh my
It's
god.
great." And like
It was fun.
And then
That's
I
so
love that.
cool.
it was just overall such a cool experience.
Yeah.
And like
That's a very unique experience to have. Like I
Yeah.
like not a lot
Yeah.
of people like who else could say they did that, you know?
and then the next day they posted us on the boys TV page, which has like
That's
1.7 million followers,
That's so
and we were
cool.
just like, "Hello, what just happened?"
I just want to give
so-
Chanel some credit though. So we find out that we are going to go to this event a day before we go.
Oh my god.
So Chanel overnights the most basic Amazon costumes for the boys. The ones that have like the printed on belts and the printed on boots, like
everything is fabric.
Yeah.
the spandex onesies. And so Chanel obviously couldn't allow that to happen. Couldn't
Like,
let
oh,
it slide.
no.
It would hurt my
That's not
heart.
going to be affiliated with me.
Yes.
Correct.
So she stays up till 4 a.m. adding embellishments,
that's
making
so
our belts
cool.
out of Warbler and figuring
you
out
could
boots.
not tell
The
that you
belts are
did that
really
in a
cool.
day. Like,
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah,
That's
made
so
the
cool.
belt, styled the wig, made him like boots, and like
awesome.
So cool.
I think what was
Shoulder
crazy
things.
was
Boots.
Homelander
Damn.
was on my
Okay.
cosplay bucket list to do this year.
Yeah.
And it went from like in 2 days it was there and done.
Yeah, and
That's
in the
awesome.
coolest way possible.
Yeah, it was like there was
Yeah.
no like time of working on it. It was just
Yeah.
not there 1 second and there the
That's
next.
so
and
That's
then
really
they
cool.
just looked so good, and we just like suddenly became like the center of this event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I think that was really cool just by nature
Yeah.
of like, we got to improv, we met new friends, we met the
Yeah.
actors. So
Yeah.
Across the
I
board.
think we were just so over the moon after that day.
That's so cool.
And then they
Yeah.
posted us and we
That's
were like, all right, we're
awesome.
done. That's drop
well, all your hard work is paying off.
Yeah,
you guys
exactly.
really you really do put in the time and attention to everything you guys put out.
You put a lot of
Thank you.
put a lot of love into
I'm
what
happy
you
for
guys do.
guys.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that highlight. If you want to check out another one, you can click here, or if you want to watch the full episode, you can click here. You can also go down below to subscribe and keep up with us throughout the week, and we'll see you in the next one.